Hello students, in this video we'll see several examples of using the difference quotient to compute a derivative. Here's our first example. I want to find f prime of a, where f of x is x squared. So let's find this first. So how do we do this? So what we're going to do is I want to find the limit as h goes to 0 of f of a plus h minus f of a all divided by h. So let's fill in these things over here. This is going to be the limit as h goes to 0 of a plus h squared minus a squared over h. And so if I expand this out, what will I have? I'll have this as the limit as h goes to 0 of a squared plus 2ah plus h squared minus a squared all divided by h. And then what we have over here. So now the a squared is going to cancel out, and then one of the h's will cancel out. And so this is just equal to the limit as h goes to 0 of 2a plus h. And now as h goes to 0, the h goes away, so I just get 2a. So in other words, my f prime of a is 2a. So in other words, what we can say now is we can say if f prime of a is 2a, I can relabel a as x and conclude from this that the derivative of this function at any point x is just going to be 2x. Okay? Now let's do another example where the limit may not exist. Example. Let's find that f prime of 0 does not exist if f of x is absolute value of x. Okay? So here's the solution for this. Solution. Let's use a difference quotient. F prime of 0, if it were to exist, would be the limit as h goes to 0 of what? Of 0 plus h, that's my a, minus the absolute value of 0, all divided by h. So what this is this is the limit as h goes to 0 of the absolute value of h over h. Now, what's important to realize, the absolute value of h over h is one of two things. This is the limit as h goes to 0 of what? Of the function, it's -1 if h is less than 0. And it's equal to 1 if h is bigger than 0. It doesn't make sense if h is equal to 0. So there's no value at 0. So what this function looks like is it looks like this. It looks like -1, -1, -1, open circle, positive 1. There's the x-axis, there's the y-axis, that's 1, that's -1. And so I see that the limit from the left is -1, and the limit from the right is 1. The limit as h goes to 0 from the left of absolute h over h is equal to -1, and the limit as h goes to 0 from the right of absolute value h over h is equal to +1, and those limits are not equal, therefore this limit does not exist. So this function, absolute value of x, is not differentiable at x equals 0. Thank you very much.